Ask for details on the State Farm Auto Discount Program.
We're back here at Snow Canyon on Talk Radio 590 KSUB. The Andy Region 9 game with championship implications for the region certainly included here, Alan. And I think we've seen maybe some better defense than we've seen all year from probably both teams tonight.
Well, I can't speak for Snow Canyon, Tim, but the Redmen obviously have played phenomenal defense. They have been fortunate, one on a penalty that wiped out a touchdown.
Yes.
And Brady brought up first in about 90 because it was a equivalent of a 20-yard penalty because the Warriors were flagged twice on that possession. The other one, Brian Fink reaching in, stealing the ball on a running play by Lonsbury, stopped another scoring opportunity for Snow Canyon. So the Redmen are really doing some good. Right now they lead 13-7. Not bad for the halftime.
Not bad at all. In fact, I think the last time that I was here, we had a lead at halftime and made it stand up. It wasn't much of a win, but it was a win.
I think
last time we were down here.
Last time down, I think the winning points, however, were scored on a field goal, as I remember, by Reagan Wilson. And the Redmen ended the Snow Canyon run through region about 2.5 years without a loss. And it came here at homecoming for the Warriors. Tonight at senior night, the Redmen are doing very well. They lead 13-7 at halftime. And Tim, I'm going to take another 2-minute break so we can get some statistics all added up, and we'll be back with more on halftime from Snow Canyon after these messages from our Redmen sponsors.
Restrictions and limitations apply. See printed materials in Cellular One store for complete details.
New York, Buttermilk, Kansas, San Francisco, Yeehaw Junction, Florida, Milwaukee, Muleshoe, Texas.
Now for a limited time only. If you sign up with Cellular One, you can get free long distance until the year 2000. That's right. You can call anywhere to 48 states and you pay no long distance toll charges until the year starts with a 2. Better yet, you can call any time of the day or night and any day of the week. Cellular One makes it easy and affordable with our new Digital Advantage plans. You get a huge bundle of time each month and you pay one low rate.
Man, this long distance is great, but I sure wish my mother-in-law would quit calling. I better call Marty at Cellular One in Cedar City and get caller ID today.
Nashville, Denver, Huntingville, Utah, Salt Lake.
Napa has more automotive parts than anyone, and right now you'll find a huge selection of the parts and accessories that you need at great prices.
Visit your Cedar City Napa Auto Parts store today for October savings and register to win the Great Outdoor Adventure. Napa's Great Outdoor Adventure sweepstakes ends October 31st.
Stop by your local Napa Auto Parts store today.
We keep America running. We keep America running.
Jensen Vacuum and Sewing in Cedar City is the area headquarters for top brands of sewing machines and vacuums. Now, when repairs are necessary, Jensen's is the warranty center for all brands of vacuums, even if you didn't buy it from them. They have all the parts and expertise to repair your machine. And when you do need a new vacuum or sewing machine, you couldn't ask for a better selection. Folks in the area have relied on Jensen's Vacuum and Sewing for years. Jensen's, 127 North Main in Cedar City.
Well, welcome back to Snow Canyon. It's halftime. It's the Redmen leading the Snow Canyon Warriors 13-7 at the halftime mark. And, Tim, it looked like early the Redmen were going to be in a whole fake reverse on the play, and the Redmen started deep in their own end at the 5. And, doggone it, you and I thought, uh-oh, here we go again. We're in trouble early.
Yeah, we were in trouble early, but a penalty helped the Redmen out, got them out of that hole. And it's funny, both opening offensive series for both teams were helped by way of penalties tonight.
They really were. The Redmen get on the scoreboard first on their second possession. They go 69 yards in 3 plays. The big play, a 60-yard pass play from Jeff Oliverson to Andrew Hanson, where Andrew just carried Eric Capen on his back for about 15. And then Andrew nails the extra point, and the Redmen led 7-0.
That was an incredible catch. First of all, Jeff made a nice pass on the ball, and then Hanson really with an incredible catch. The concentration he had to have just to catch the ball, and then to have the ability to just kind of say, well, come along for the ride if you want, I guess, and I'll take you down to the end zone.
He said, come on, little man, let's get going on that play. It was, you mentioned the catch. Willie Mays over the shoulder. Beautiful play.
It really was, and that's a great way to get your offense going.
But Tim, the Snow Canyon team said, well, that was impressive, but watch this.
Watch this, yeah.
They go 65 yards on their next possession in 7 plays. Scott Jensen, the quarterback, on a 5-yard run. And then Logan Fielding added the PAT. And all of a sudden it was deadlocked, 7-7, and that's where the quarter mark. And just to show you, Snow Canyon wasn't impressed by that scoring drive by the Redmen.
No, they weren't impressed at all. They said, we can do this too. And then we had a couple of actually good defensive series and actually some series that are also stalled on both sides by some penalties again. And that's been kind of the bugaboo for both teams tonight.
But then, Tim, the Redmen, their next possession, said, well, that was good.
That was good. Check this out, pal.
Watch this. They go 5 plays, 75 yards, 28-yard touchdown run from quarterback Jeff Oliverson. The PAT was good, but a penalty marked off 5. They tried it again. Wide to the right. It's 13-7, and that's where the scoring ended to end the first half.
Now, some great plays we saw in the first half and a close score. And you want to see close statistics? We'll give those to you in 2 minutes in Cedar High Football on Talk Radio 590.
When a business has been around for nearly 50 years, through southern Utah's economic ups and downs with competition near and far and a tasteful, discriminating clientele, you know they're doing something, no, lots of things right. Well, for 47 years, Cedar City's Northeast Furniture has been providing quality home furnishings for every room in the house, with in-store financing, design help, and free delivery. Furniture, bedding, appliances, electronics, great hometown service, the quality you want at prices you will like. Northeast Furniture, 920 North Main. Jackson Dry Cleaners have been pleasing folks here in southern Utah for years with quick, timely service and quality dry cleaning. You'll appreciate the skilled, friendly staff at Jackson Dry Cleaners. No wonder it's the name folks trust. They're the best at cleaning your favorite clothing items in a timely manner. They also offer stain removal, pressing, and more, and they're proud to help sponsor local high school sports. You can rely on Jackson Dry Cleaners to get it clean. Jackson Dry Cleaners, 59 West Center, Cedar City.
Spend some time this week at Hunter Cowan. You'll be surprised by all the new merchandise on the shelves. Hunter Cowan has the popular Jamestown linen placemats. They carry a full selection of scented candles by Yankee, Mountain Home, and Salt City. The Hunter Cowan Wedding Register is very popular, as is their selection of holiday and specialty items. Look for Pitka Santa Christmas collector items, as well as gifts and decorations for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Call 586-6549. Or look for Hunter Cowan, 79 North Main in Cedar City. The Tink Superior Auto Parts Parts Plus Fall Festival of Values. Blackhawk professional hand tools are on sale, like the 45-piece set, $59.99. Get a free headphone radio with the purchase of a case of Valvoline motor oil or synthetic oil. A set of free Copper Plus spark plugs when you buy a Power Path plug wire set. Haynes mechanic manuals are $10.99. Dashboard covers $29.99. Look for the flyer with all the sale items at Tink Superior Auto Parts. Your Parts Plus dealer, 210 West 200 North in Cedar City.
Well, Alan, there's a proud tradition of sports in all the high schools in the region, and on this last football game, the Snow Canyon people are honoring their volleyball team, which did very well this year.
Well, they're in the running, I think, still for state title.
Yes,
the tennis team won the state title, if I'm not mistaken.
So in addition to honoring the seniors on this football team, the Warriors showing their stuff tonight. Man, they have every reason to. But
well, let's give Cedar some kudos.
Yes, we should.
Coach Bob Corey and the Lady Reds, 7 straight.
That's incredible.
Yes.
And their cross-country team at Cedar High School still looking for someone to beat them in 3A in the state championship. They can't do it. So I'm kind of sad that we're not able to bring out the Cedar High cross-country ladies team because they do fabulous job.
Another job, and we'll give kudos to Canyon View as well, Tim. Second place goes to Canyon View. So you figure those two are together, they run away.
Yeah,
and high.
They run away from everyone. In fact, I think one of the Canyon View ladies took top individual honors, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name, but we'll see if we get that. So great credit for the Cedar High team to win it, and the Canyon View's folks to come in second. And speaking of running, there's been a lot of it on the football field tonight.
Well, kind of, if you can add it up on your fingers and toes, let's hear some first half statistics.
We've done it, so let's get going. Who do you think is the big running game for the Redmen tonight?
Well, I know it's not Mike Gower. I've got to say Jeff Oliverson, he had some good success.
He ran the ball 6 times, picked up 77 yards on the ground, and also was getting some things done by the air. He did get his passing game going in the second half. 77 yards for Jeff Oliverson and get on the 6th carry. 7 carries for Mike Gower, just 20 yards. I'm sure that's not something he's going to be happy about. 3 carries for Griffin. He got 35 yards. And Blackney carried the ball twice. He got stopped for no gain once and picked up 1 yard. So he has a net gain of 133 yards on the ground for the Redmen tonight. Jeff O completes 4 of 8, right at 50%. A 6-yard pass to James Platt. 2 passes to Andrew Hansen. Of course, that 61-yard scoring drive. And then a 13-yard pass. So 74 yards go to Andrew Hansen. And Jesse Griffin got a pass for a yard. So 81 yards in the air. 214 yards total offense for the Cedar High Redmen in the first half.
And 6 first downs to go with that. So not a bad first half of effort.
They were penalized 5 times for 40 yards. They had 1 interception for their turnover. Now, how close is this game? Check this out. Jensen has thrown 4 passes, completed out of 10, so he's 4 of 10. Not quite the efficiency, but still completes 4 passes. On the ground, 3 carries for Jensen for 26 yards. Lounsbury is doing his job tonight. 8 carries in the first half for 63 yards, but it was Hill, the surprise. Not quite as many yards, but still a great effort. 7 carries for Hill, 59 yards. They get 148 on the ground. Jensen again 4 of 10, an 8-yard pass to Jacobson, 2 to Willard for 40 yards, and a 27-yard catch by Fry. 75 yards in the air for the Snow Canyon Warriors. And you add that up, 213 for the Warriors total offense, 214 for the Redmen total offense.
You know, a half of play, and there's 1 yard unofficially in the total yards that we've got.
It's incredible. The Warriors were flagged 6 times for 60 yards. Coach Jacobson did settle that down after he went out and talked to his kids there.
So, interesting ball game. It's great down here. It's 13-7 at halftime, Tim. Don't want to step on any toes, but let's take another 2-minute break. I know we're going to have 3 more minutes to burn when we get back here at Stowe Canyon. It's halftime, 13-7, Redmen back in 2.
Here's big news from Convergys. Now you can work as little as 20 hours a week up to 40. And the best news, Convergys has a new wage package. The starting wage at Convergys for inbound employees is $6.50 an hour. And for outbound, Convergys pays $7.25 an hour. Along with the new wage package, Convergys has flexible shifts, a medical, dental, vision, and prescription plan after as little as 31 days of employment, and a tuition assistance plan. Apply in person at Convergys, 2460 West Highway 56, Cedar City.
We got the hometown spirit.
State Bank of Southern Utah announces the most convenient branch ever, your house. If you own a personal computer with internet access, start banking from home now. Check balances, transfer funds, print a statement 24 hours a day. It's easy, secure, and free. Enroll now at www.sbsu.com. State Bank of Southern Utah, connecting you with tomorrow. Member FDIC.
Hometown spirit. Nothing else comes near it.
Not too long ago, a lady came into Gem Jewelers in Cedar City. She had a piece of jewelry she'd bought at a big department store the month before, and it was already broken. She wanted Gem Jewelers to fix it. Well, Kevin told her he could, but he told her the truth is, it's going to break again. Gem Jewelers welcomes repairs, but if you want jewelry that looks better and lasts longer, let them show you exactly what well-made jewelry looks like. Gem Jewelers guarantees your satisfaction. Gem Jewelers, the store that serves you best. 125 North Main, Cedar City. When a business has been around for nearly 50 years, through southern Utah's economic ups and downs with competition near and far and a tasteful, discriminating clientele, you know they're doing something, no, lots of things right. Well, for 47 years, Cedar City's Northeast Furniture has been providing quality home furnishings for every room in the house, with in-store financing, design help.
And we'll update some other scores around the region that we've heard. Last we heard, Pineview was still leading 14-6 over the Canyon View Falcons. And Dixie has scored in that battle for the playoffs. They've taken a 7-0 lead over Hurricane tonight. Now let's talk about some of those other scenarios, Alan, if we can. Obviously, the other games going on tonight, these two teams will go to state no matter what happens at the end of the game tonight. But Hurricane Dixie up 7-0. What can happen with a Dixie win? They've had
I would think they will go. The winner of that Dixie's Hurricane matchup is critical. And because if the the Tigers should win, they go into the 4th place seed. If the Flyers win, that gives them 2 wins on the season. Canyon View to get in needs a win. That's bottom line, end of story. And right now, It's last we had, I think it was 14-6 Pineview over. Pineview was over Snows Canyon.
No, Canyon View.
Oh, Canyon. Yeah, we're over at Snows Canyon. Canyon View is down, but the Falcons need to win to have any chance of going. They would have a playoff game with whoever
Delta
wins at Dixie or Hurricane.
Okay.
Since the Redmen lost to the Tigers, that kind of threw it all up in the jam. And so it's going to be flat out simple. The Falcons need a win. They will play whoever, the Tigers or the Flyers, for that fourth place.
Now, I was talking to someone from Delta today, and he says Delta's getting ready to play Dixie.
That's who they think they're going to be playing.
That's who they think they're going to be playing.
Here, the captains have met. The Redmen will do the kicking off to the Snow Canyon Warriors. They will go left from our left to right to start the second half. Tim, we still got a little bit of time. Let's step aside for one more minute break to hear from a couple of Redmen sponsors. We'll be back with the second half. Redmen lead at halftime, 13-7. Back in a minute.
Maybe you know someone who takes unbelievable care of their car or truck. You know, wash and wax twice a week. Worried if the temperature in the garage is just right. Maybe a little extreme, but whatever. If you take pride in your car or truck, you should be taking it to Rolling Rubber, especially for winter driving. The crew at Rolling Rubber can lube and oil your vehicle, rotate and balance the tires, align the front end, repair the radiator, get winter tires ready for you to go, service your heating system. They do a darn good job at a reasonable price. Rolling Rubber, 256 West, 200 North, Cedar City.
Hey, men. Before your wife hauls you out to the woodshed because she's tired of the mess the old wood burner makes, come to Cedar Builder Supply and save your hide by purchasing a natural gas fireplace insert made by Heat and Glow. If you make your purchase of a fireplace insert or freestanding stove between now and the end of November, you will receive a free remote control thermostat. But it's for a limited time and only at Cedar Builder Supply, 309 North, 200 West, Cedar City's only authorized Heat and Glow dealer.
Back here at Snow Canyon, the Warriors and the Redmen locked up in a dandy game. Redmen have the 6-point advantage at halftime, but there's still 24 minutes of rock-em sock football to go.
It really is going to be a great ball game. Andrew Hansen set to kick off. As you mentioned, the Redmen lead by 6. Snow Canyon gets the first crack at it. Andrew will come up, kick a little squibber down to a soft spot. It'll settle down inside the 15, gets away from the Snow Canyon man. That's 22, Nate Chaplin. He will go back and get it. Will fall up to about the 15, where the Warriors will start first and 10.
I'm not sure, Alan, but I think this is the furthest they've been back to start a series.
Well, I'll tell you here in a minute, Tim. They started originally at the 24, 35, 22, 32, 30. So, yes, it is. They will start, it looks like they're going to spot it down at the, 18-yard line?
I'll buy that.
First and 10 for the Warriors. 11:55 to play, third quarter just underway. Second half of action between these two Region 9 heavyweights.
I think they'll come out and try a big play first time.
I'll bet they just go Lonsberry. I formation. They will go behind him, give to Lonsberry. He is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. He will lose as the Redmen come through with some good pressure. And guess who? Keith Gilbert is the one who saves. Yes.
Yeah, let me add this guy. He's picking on Lonsberry like a cowboy coming in seeing a big thick steak on the plate.
So they'll bring in the play from Eric Kafen, number 2, and Bron Shaheen, number 9. It is second down and 12, just underway second half here from Snow Canyon.
I see there's another football name, Ron. I like that.
They will split those guys wide left and right, straight drop back for Hafen, little out pattern to Shaheen. He has the completion. He's out near the first down with the tackle by Cole Nelson.
So Shaheen with the reception. We have called that name a lot when we were doing girls basketball a couple of years back. But I don't think her name was Ron.
No, Danny. 10 yards on the pass reception. Third down and 2 coming up for the Warriors here. Their opening drive, second half. Wide to the left side is number 18, Ryan Goober. Griffin's got him man-on-man. Give to the full running back, Lonsberry. He slides forward. It's going to be near the first down.
That's going to be well, they do bring it back. Now they mark him for the first down.
Okay, so they'll give him 3. First down, number 10 for the Warriors.
I thought he'd gotten down about a yard short, but apparently the spot was good enough for the first down.
I was almost going to say the UN officials are down. No time need to mark or measure. You know, I won't give those guys any slack.
You're going to ride that horse all night, aren't you?
Yes, all season. High formation, Lonsberry deep in the eye. Deep count, Lonsberry moves a little bit. They're going to call a penalty. Free play, though, for the Warriors. They get it out in the flat to number 9, Shaheen. But I think it's going to come back with the illegal procedure on the Warriors. Illegal motion.
Either way, it's another 5-yard penalty against the Warriors. They're 7th of the game, and it'll now be 1st and 15.
So back that up. The Redmen defense, I got to say it one more time. Through the first half, they have played outstanding.
They really have. They've risen. They have arisen. They rise.
I know what you're saying. I will give that to you.
They've come to the task tonight. I guess risen is correct.
They have bent but have not broke. Give DeLon. That's a new running back. That's Philemon. How did you say that? Number 40. Philemon. He sweeps to the left side. He'll get out near the original line of scrimmage. Give him 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
See, I watch BYU football, so I'm used to those names.
You understand all those Samoan names, I guess.
Well, they can play ball.
I can barely say just the normal names.
Now, you have to understand, when I start that, I'm really wanting to say Philly sandwich, but you know.
2nd down and 10. They'll send receivers both ways. I formation. Straight drop back for Apen. Looking on a fly pattern down the side. He's got a man there. Jesse Griffin comes up. They're going to call a penalty. Pass interference. Jesse did about all he could do. The ball is coming. He's beat. It's 15 yards, 1st down, Snow Canyon.
Well, there's no question about the penalty, what it'll be. My curiosity, did he catch the ball?
No, he did not.
Okay, so there really was. I thought Jesse had gotten as he came in contact with the ball. Apparently that wasn't the case.
That's an easy call.
That really was, and there's no problem with that call. It was a good one.
But that ball hung up in the air a little bit. Jesse was beat. He just said, I'm going to go get the guy.
Yeah.
Wise play by Griffin.
Well, because they get the 1st down and the 15 yards, but they're not,
it's not from the spot.
It's not from the spot.
Which was downfield quite a ways. They'll get 15 on the play. That's the Warriors' 11th 1st down. 1st and 10, Snow Canyon. 9:23 to play. It's 13-7, Redmen on top.
It's also an easy play to make when you got a crowd that they're going.
Yes, yeah. Well, and you're on the Snow Canyon side, running down the sideline too. Coaching staff obviously helped.
But
easy call.
Easy call. We're not dogging that one at all.
They'll split the backs this time, run receivers both ways. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. Gilbert will come up, try to make the tackle, slips through his play, and will pick up about 6. There was a big gap up the middle, 2nd down and 4.
Romney in to help make the stop on that, along with Mike Gower. That's his 4th carry of the night. Give him 6.
That's about the 2nd or 3rd time I think they've run this quarterback sneak, as the Redmen give a lot of room up the middle.
Redmen a little confused getting up to the
High
line.
formation one more time. Counter action to Lonsberry off the right tackle. He's into 1st down territory with a nice run of about 10. It'll bring up 1st down for the Warriors.
Lonsberry 13 yards in the half on 3 carries. Warriors moving the sticks again.
And that's what they would like to do. Keep rushing the football, keep the clock moving. Both teams, I think, very, very similar. Would love to keep it on the ground all night. Throw just enough to keep that option open. So 1st and 10. As the Warriors will take over at the 42-yard line. High formation, through motion is Jacobson, left to right. They'll give the play action to Lonsberry out in a flat on a pass. They hit number 12. That's Darren Hill. They'll pick up about 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
And Jensen comes out on fire in the 2nd half, completing 2 of 2 passes. First pass to Hill.
Well, Tim, so important to start the 1st half and 2nd half on a positive note. Snow Canyon offensively setting the tone, moving the sticks, and they're really mixing it up, run and pass.
Well, so far they've thrown twice, and they've run the ball 4 times.
The thing that I like is everything's based off the same action. This time they will go option to the left side. Fink is there. Hafen will step up, get away from a tackle, bounce to the outside, gets away from Romney. Griffin will have to bring him down. First down, Snow Canyon.
Jensen there, that's his second carry of the half, second carry of the drive, and a nice pickup for quarterback Jensen, Scott Jensen there.
25 yards on the running play, down to the 15-yard line. And he's run out of bounds. No, he wasn't. 7:50 to play in the third quarter. Snow Canyon trying to get the go-ahead point, actually the tying points, and they got to do the PAT to bring it home. I formation, receivers both ways, wing to the left. He'll go in motion, left to right. They'll run off to the right side. Lonsberry will go. No place to go. Bill Nelson was there first, and a bunch of white shirts converged.
Yeah, they got right in on Lounsbury. They were keying on him. 51 was also in there. Blackman was in there. 51 is that Gilbert.
Keith Gilbert, 51. Second down, 11. They lose a yard on the play. Now, if I'm coaching this team, I'd run the same formation, same motion, but look to maybe throw a backside pass across the middle as the Redmen are flying when that man goes in motion.
Of course, we're in the broadcast booth.
And our opinion matters not.
It doesn't matter a thing.
Pro formation, the Snow Canyon team calls timeout. 7 minutes even to go, 13-7. We'll be back in a minute on Talk Radio 590.
Oh, I'm like so totally hungry.
Hey, relax, girlfriend. We're going to Brad's Food Hut in Cedar City. It's the place the in-crowd goes.
Cool. That's like so awesome. But do they really have good food?
Oh, totally. Like they have the best burgers because they're made fresh and they aren't like crusting up under some heat lamp. Shakes.
Groovy. It's Brad's over at 546 North Main, right?
Yeah, baby. Brad's Food Hut in Cedar City.
Thinking about switching your car insurance to one of those companies offering only cut rates? What about the things you don't hear about, like personal service and peace of mind? State Farm agent Suzette Carden in Cedar City offers qualified new policyholders up to a 30% discount off their already affordable rates. Now you can enjoy a discount rate plus the personal service you'd expect from the world's leading car insurer. So call State Farm agent Suzette Carden at 586-6026 and ask for details on the State Farm Auto Discount Program.
Well, back here, second down 11. The Warriors will drop back. Look out in a flat. They're going to throw the ball. Touchdown, Warriors, as they go to number 9. Braun Shaheen on a little fade pattern across the middle.
Yeah, Jensen goes 3 of 3 on that scoring drive for the Warriors, and Braun Shaheen was the receiver of 2 passes on that drive. So great play. Braun ran a really nice route off the right corner of the end zone.
So 15 yards on the play. It's 13-13, and Logan fielding in to try to give the Warriors their first lead with the PAT. Snap is back. The hold is good. The kick is up. And looks dead down the middle. It is good. 14-7. Redmen trail by 1. 6:54 to play. Back in a minute on Talk Radio 590.
Restrictions and limitations apply. See printed materials and Cellular One store for complete details.
New York, Buttermilk, Kansas, San Francisco, Yeehaw Junction, Florida, Milwaukee, Muleshoe, Texas.
Now for a limited time only. If you sign up with Cellular One, you can get free long distance until the year 2000. That's right. You can call anywhere to 48 states and you pay no long distance toll charges until the year starts with a 2. Better yet, you can call any time of the day or night and any day of the week. Cellular One makes it easy and affordable with our new Digital Advantage plans. You get a huge bundle of time each month and you pay one low rate.
Man, this long distance is great, but I sure wish my mother-in-law would quit calling. I better call Marty at Cellular One in Cedar City and get caller ID today.
Nashville, Denver, Huntingville, Utah, Salt Lake.
We're back here at Cedar High School as the Warriors have taken the 1-point lead on the point after attempt by the kicker, Fielding.
Tim, we got a score update from the Road Warrior. How about this? Emory beating the Redelda Rabbits.
Wow.
28-14 in Emory.
That's a good win for the Spartans.
Come off to Jesse Griffin. He'll go down the left side. He's got his momentum going out over the 30. Redmen will start 1st and 10 from the 32.
I was with someone from Delta today, and he was thinking that they were going to have a game against Dixie, but I said, well, watch out for those Spartans. They're a pretty good football team. And they proved it tonight.
Yes. So we will see how the Redmen answer that Snow Canyon challenge. 6:48 to play here in the third quarter. Redmen with their first offensive possession. They will come out in wishbone formation. Skylar Miller solo to the right side. Quick count, give off to Mike Gower. Mike will run off to the right side. Not much room there for him. Actually, that's the left side. I'm backwards for him. He'll pick up a yard, second down and 9.
Well, apparently Coach Jacobson has told his Warriors not to give up on Mike Gower.
Well, everything in a wishbone goes through the fullback. Hate to tell you that, quarterback, but it does. And Mike having a tough time getting on track. That's 8 carries for 21 yards is all.
That's right.
So second down and 9. The Redmen will split that wishbone. They'll send slots both directions. Gower, the lone running back. Straight drop back for Jeffo. Looking out in the flat for Blackner. Burt comes up with the reception. He'll make the catch for about a 2-yard pickup. It'll bring third down and 7.
And that is the fourth receiver that Jeff has gotten the pass to.
That ball was just a little bit good coverage by Snow Canyon. Burke ran a great route. Jeff led him just a little bit. Burke had to come back for that ball to make the reception. Goes off of his feet, but does pick up the 2 yards. So third down and 7. Clock moving at 5:30 to play in the third, as Platt will go wide left. Wide right is Cole Nelson. Oliverson, straight drop back, looking across the middle, has a man over James Platt's head, incomplete. Blackner was open down the seam, Tim, on that left side.
Yeah, he really was, and Jeff had a couple of options, wasn't able to get the ball to Platt, so it'll be 4th and 8, and I see Mr. Hanson coming on.
Andrew will come on in. 4th and 7 is a difficult play to run and off or a fake, so I'm sure we'll see Andrew. He's been a busy man tonight. A couple of extra points and a number of punts.
Well, you know, one thing we've seen as I've followed Snow Canyon's history throughout this year, we've seen them play close first half and then just kind of lay it on in the second half.
So Andrew will shift back, going back for the Warriors once again, number 21, Chris Ewart. Snap back, Andrew with it. Little wobbly kick, a good high kick. Ewart will come up, make the catch. Brian Fink right there for the tackle. They're going to call a penalty. They're going to say he didn't give him some room to catch the ball. I'm not sure that's a correct call, but I don't count. The men in stripes are the only ones that matter.
Well, apparently he did catch the ball, and I mean, as soon as the ball was in his hand, Fink was right there.
I think the question is going to be whether he was blocked into the man. I don't think they're going to. Interference. So they didn't allow him to catch the ball, so it'll be a post-possession foul. The Warriors will pick up the yardage. I mean, what type of... Just get mark off the yardage. They're not going to decline that.
No, we'd actually like to start further back from the end zone.
Yeah. So they're sorting it over. I'm wondering if it'll be... I would have guessed it's a spot foul. If White Hat will come over and explain the play to the Snow Canyon team. Interference against the Redmen. They will decline that because obviously it would have marked it back but made him kick it again and run a risk of a turnover. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They will start at their 35-yard line.
Well, we'll see if the Cedar defense can rise up again as they did in the first half and force Snow Canyon into a situation where they'll have to give up the ball.
Well, 3 and out. The Redmen 10 plays in that opening drive for the Warriors, so it appears as if the Snow Canyon team has the better of it here in the second half. High formation, one receiver to the left side. They will give to play action to Lonsberry, looking down on a receiver coming across the middle, has his man Platt with a big-time hit on number 34, Rhett Fry, incomplete.
Brett had the ball in his hand and then heard the pitter-patter of Platt coming up from behind it. Took a nice pop and the ball popped loose, an incomplete pass.
You know, I don't know if there was any pitter-patter because he delivered a blow and got the ball incomplete. Second down and 10. That's been a play the Redmen have been giving up, though, Tim, for a number of weeks. That receiver from the tight end spot down and across the middle. Fry will line up on the left side. Receivers both ways, straight drop back, little stop pattern to number 2, Hafen. Cole Nelson right there. They will pick up 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Great coverage there by Nelson as he was right there and wrapped up Hafen just as the ball got there. So they got their 5 yards, but no more.
So 3rd down and 5. Big play coming up here, if we can call it, here early in the 3rd quarter. Actually kind of midway through. 4:45 to play in the 3rd. Snow Canyon by 1, 14-13. Griffin goes out. I'm wondering if that ankle's still bothering him a little bit. Skyler Miller, number 12, will check in. He will go to the left. There's nobody off here to this side. The Redmen, they're going to go to Lonsberry. He'll get the 1st down off the left side, step out of a tackle. He's at midfield down to the Redmen 48-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup. 1st down. Downs for the Warriors. More importantly, they keep the clock moving with another set of downs.
They'll start just inside the Redmond territory.
As the Warriors will run number 9, Shaheen, wide to the left, wide to the right is Brockman, I formation. Redmond have drawn off sides with a hard count. So I think the Warriors will pick up an easy 5. That's what it is, 5 yards. So it's really a free down if Coach Jacobson wants to take it with the 5-yard penalty.
7th penalty against the Reds here tonight for 60 yards.
Inside 4 minutes to play at 3:55. Once again, the Snow Canyon Warriors 14, the Redmen 13. Here in the final Region 9 football game here at Snow Canyon. Cole, a big cushion over here. Yeah. I think they could go anytime. Option going to the left side. Hey, they'll fake that, come on up. He'll pick up a couple. Does number 14, Jensen, but a good converge by Cam Romney, also Brian Fink.
Actually, I give this one. A lot of lateral running, but not much up the field.
So 2nd down and 4. Clock moving, 3:20 to play in the 3rd. It's been all Snow Canyon, if I can say that here in the 3rd quarter, Tim, because it was just 3 for the Reds in their opening series.
It was. Still, the Reds only down by a point. 3:06 left in the 1st quarter of the 2nd half.
Lonsberry straight I formation, give off to Hill. Hill spins away early. He's into the backfield of the Redmen. Goes away from Platt. Cole Nelson is the only man to get him. He's not going to get him. Griffin knocks him out of bounds inside the 5.
Nifty spin by Hill there, as I thought he was just wrapped up in the middle of that defensive line. But boy, did he make a nice spin, and he came squirting out of there and rumbles down to the near the goal line.
So 42 yards on that rushing play as he got hit early, spins away from that 15th 1st down. So it's 1st and goal from the 2. Good play by Griffin coming all the way from the far side of the field to make the tackle. This time the Warriors will go inverted wishbone. Lonsberry deep in the eye. They'll give to him running to the right side. Just sticks his nose in behind a host of green shirts. 2-yard touchdown run by Lonsberry.
Well, when they need the 2 yards, they go to their budding player. He performed. I thought they had him wrapped up about a yard behind the end zone, but he just kind of found a way to step out of the tackle and get on into the end zone. So a 20-13 lead, and the Warriors are going to try and go up by 8.
So in to try the extra point, number 37, Logan Fielding. His kick is hammered through. The Warriors lead 21-13. 2:47 to play. We'll be back in a minute on Talk Radio 590.
To keep your car running its best, come to Napa. Right now, NGK V-Power domestic spark plugs are just $114 each after mail-in rebates. Napa Premium Starting Fluid, Diesel Fuel Conditioner, and Carb Choke and Throttle Body Cleaner, your choice just $129. Plus, Napa Power 65-month batteries are just $39.99 with exchange. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store today.
We keep America running. We keep America running.
When a business has been around for nearly 50 years, through southern Utah's economic ups and downs with competition near and far and a tasteful, discriminating clientele, you know they're doing something, no, lots of things right. Well, for 47 years, Cedar City's Northeast Furniture has been providing quality home furnishings for every room in the house, with in-store financing, design help, and free delivery. Furniture, Bed, 920 North Main.
Well, back here at Snows Canyon, 10 minutes, 14 unanswered points in the third quarter. And the Snow Canyon team just has continued to come out and blitz the Redmen.
Yeah, they really have. We've seen them have big second halves in other
Kick
games.
will come to James Platt. He'll take it to the 10. Straight ahead, will veer out to the left side. He'll get brought down at the 30-yard line. Not bad position once again for the Redmen, but important that the offense gives Jeff some time. We've got to be able to start throwing the football.
Well, somehow they've either got to find a way to uncork Mike Gower tonight, or just going to have to step back into his running position. He got 77 yards in the first half, and Griffin had 35 also. Mike's a great runner. We don't want it, but they are keying on him so much tonight that he just hasn't been able to get things going.
Well, the other thing, too, Tim, they got two middle linebackers stacked upon each other. Redmen cannot or have not yet blocked both of them, and Mike just has not been able to get on track. Now they will split that. They're not stacked. The Redmen will go three receivers left, one to the right. Andrew Hansen out and up. They're going to throw the fade to Andrew. Ball is going over his head. Interception one more time by Hafen. He played it well down the sideline. Going to be run out of bounds? No, all the way down inside the 10. Big turn of events for the Warriors.
Well, just when he had a good chance for Gower to come loose because they showed the defense that he probably could have run again, the long pass goes the wrong way for the Redmen, and looks like Snow Canyon's going to go up by 21.
Tell you what, that was about a 60-yard return on the interception. They're going to say it's spotted outside the 10.
And an official timeout right now. 2:23 left in the game. They are talking to the Redmen. I don't know why.
I think there's somebody's shoulder pad or something that's come undone. Bill Nelson's helmet is the problem that they're having. Jeff kind of throws that up, and Andrew has been able to run underneath it. Hafen got burned early. He gave him the cushion, played it perfectly, and right into his hands. The second turnover on the Redmen on an interception, and the Warriors are in business, 1st and 10 from the Redmen 11.
There have been two interceptions against the Redmen. The Snow Canyon will get credited with a fumble, which was actually a takeaway by
high formation, roll out by the quarterback. He will keep the ball. Jensen around the end. Penalty flags in late. Jensen will get down inside the 5.
That'll come back.
But that's going to come back from a hold, Tim, right there.
So that'll be, well, we're jumping the gun here, but we're assuming the 8th penalty against the Warriors.
They've already signaled that play, so the Redmen say, oh, sure, we'll take that penalty. They'll march him out near the 20. Well, actually, it's going to be probably closer to the 25 because the penalty came out at the 14. So they'll move it out to the 23-yard line, minus 10 on the play.
Shaheen and Hafen will check in for the Warriors.
First and, let's see, it's got to be about 1st and 23.
They can get a first down just outside the touchdown.
High formation, they give it to Lonsberry on counter action. Brian Fink will trip him up, go down to the 20, 4 yards on the pickup, second down.
Yeah, Fink actually kind of tossed him over his back. A little cartwheel action out there. Great play by Brian Fink to bring down Lounsbury.
Inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Warriors have 14 unanswered third quarter points in business after a nifty 55-yard interception return puts the Warriors in business deep in the Redmen end. High formation, receivers both ways. Give it to Lonsberry one more time, counter back to the other side, and he'll be out near the 15. 5 more yards on the play. Keith Gilbert with the tackle.
Looking ahead to the weekend, we will have NCAA football action, not tomorrow, but Saturday, as the SUU T-Birds will be hosting the
Idaho
Beach Bowl.
State. Yes. And for Cedar High alum, that will bring Justin Taylor back to town as he is on that Idaho State team. Receivers both ways, pro formation, straight drop back, set up a little screen to the tight end. He's got a host of blue.
He did.
Yeah, green in front, he'll take on the Redmen at the end. Touchdown, Snow Canyon for 15.
And the catch was made by Josh Willard again. That is his third reception of the game.
That goes to number 80, Josh Willard, the tight end, and he just exploded at the 5. And it's 27-13. This is what we were afraid of, Timmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Fielding to try the PAT.
They'll do it
It's up.
again.